Good morning, students. Today let us discuss some more problems. This question, it is given in previous CBSE board examination conducted in 2011. CBSE 2011. The question is like this. Figure shows two identical capacitors C1 and C2, each of 1 microfarad capacity. One microfarad capacitance connected to a battery of 6 volts. Initially, switch S is closed. Initially, switch S is closed. After some time, S is left open. S is left open and dielectric slabs of dielectric constant K is equal to 3 are inserted to fill completely the space between the plates. Of the two capacitors. How will the first one charge and second one potential difference between the plates of the capacitors, potential difference between the plates of capacitor be affected due to the insertion of the slabs. After the slabs are inserted. Okay, this is the diagram. This is a 6 volts cell connected to capacitor of capacitance C1 having 1 microfarad capacity. Here is a key and it is connected to another 1 microfarad capacitor of capacitance C2. This is the switch S. So this is the question to be solved. Once you read the question carefully, such that we can answer clearly. Solution. We studied a concept due to the insertion of dielectric between the plates of a capacitor when battery is still connected, when battery is disconnected. We studied a concept, effect of dielectric due to its insertion between the plates of a capacitor when battery is connected and battery is disconnected. You read that concept, then you can do this problem easily. If you come to the problem, initially switch S is closed. Once the switch S is closed, both are connected parallel to the supply. Hence, the potential attained over here becomes 6 volts. So the maximum charge that can be stored here is Q max. I am talking about C2. I am talking about C2. Maximum charge that can be stored by it is Q is equal to CV. C2 into V. C2 they gave 1 microfarad into V. Voltage is 6 volts. So 6 microcoulomb is the maximum charge that can be stored in capacitor of capacitance C2. Now we removed the key. After removal of key, total charge is conserved. No charge is going to deposit over here, no charge is going to leave out to here. The final charge, Q final is equal to Q initial, nothing but 6 microcoulomb. Q final is equal to Q initial. Charge is not going to change its value. But due to the insertion of dielectric here between the plates of the capacitor completely, the capacitance of the capacitor increases by K times. So final capacity becomes K times of initial capacity. So K value they gave it as 3. Initial capacitance is 1 microfarad. So final capacitance of the capacitor becomes 3 microfarad. As battery got disconnected, the potential between the plates, final potential between the plates becomes initial potential by K. That is 6 by 3. It becomes 2 volts. So if you multiply final capacitance into final charge, again 3 into 2, 6 microcoulomb you will get. So it is verified. And they are asking about the final potential difference and final charge. Both things I discussed in this part. Similarly, if I talk about C1, the maximum charge it can be stored is same. Q initial is same. Initial capacitance 1 microfarad into 6 volts. That is 6 microcoulomb is the initial charge before insertion of the dielectric. After insertion of dielectric, again capacitance increases to final capacity is K times of initial capacity, that is nothing but 3 microfarad. As the battery is still connected, what will happen? Energy stored in the capacitor becomes K times. That is the concept we studied. As per the given problem, final charge is equal to final capacity into potential. Final capacity is K times of initial capacity into potential. That is 3 into initial capacity into potential we get, otherwise K into Ci, just now we calculated it as 3, V is 6, totally it becomes 18 microcoulombs. 18 microcoulombs is the new charge on the capacitor. And potential remains constant. Potential, final potential is equal to initial potential is equal to 6 volts. Voltage will not change since both are connected in parallel. Voltage will be remaining same. In order to keep the voltage as same, additional charge is dumped into the capacitor. So the final charge available on the plates of the capacitor after insertion of the dielectric is 18 microcoulombs. So this is the solution for the given question. Just go through it. One more question let us discuss now. This question is on the basis of electrostatic potential energy of a system. This is CBSE 2016. In this, they gave a system of charges. The 3 charges separated here are Q, minus 4Q, plus 2Q, A. Obtain the expression for work done. Obtain the expression for work done to dissociate the system of 3 charges placed at vertices of an equilateral triangle of side A as shown in figure. So this is the question. Solution is very simple. Whenever we keep 2 charges side by side, they attain some energy. That energy is called electrostatic potential energy. The formula for electrostatic potential energy is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R. So as these 2 charges are placed side by side, they have some energy. As these 2 charges are placed side by side, they have some energy. As these 2 charges are placed side by side, they have some energy. So now if I want to find the total energy of the system, let me take this as 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1 and 2, they are providing some energy to the system. 2 and 3, they are providing some energy to the system. 1 and 3, they are providing some energy to the system. Electrostatic potential energy, general formula is U is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R. Based on this formula, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is common everywhere. If I am talking about 1 and 2, Q into minus 4Q by separation is A plus 2, 3 minus 4Q into minus 4Q into 2Q by the separation is A plus Q into 2Q by the separation is A. So this is the way, and everywhere you can find Q square by A as constant. Q square by 4 pi epsilon naught A, you can take it out. So you are left with minus 4 here, here minus 8, here plus 2. So minus 10 is left over here. Q square by 4 pi epsilon naught A into minus 10. So this is the potential energy of the system. As it is an attraction energy, minus is minus 10 Q square by 4 pi epsilon naught A. But the question is, obtain the expression for work done to dissociate the system. This is the energy possessed by the system. If you supply the same amount of energy, as it is negative energy, if you provide the same amount of positive energy, net energy becomes 0. Once the energy of interaction becomes 0, they will separate from one another. So in order to separate them from one another, we should give, or we should do some work done which is equal to negative of potential energy. Whatever potential energy it is possessing, the same amount of work you need to do. So minus of minus 10 Q square by 4 pi epsilon naught A. So answer is 10 Q square by 4 pi epsilon naught A. So this is the amount of work done to dissociate or to separate the given distribution of 3 charges. So here work done is positive, energy possessed is negative. Once you read this electrostatic potential energy concept, then you can solve this problem very easily. One more question. This question is saying that an electric dipole of length (2 centimeters) when placed with its axis making an angle of 60 degrees with a uniform electric field, experiences a torque of 8√3 Newton meter. Calculate the potential energy of the dipole. If it has a charge plus or minus 4 nanocoulombs. This is the question. CBSE 2014 question it is. Let me solve this question. So as per the question, there is a dipole framed by 2 charges, each of charge 4 nanocoulombs, length of the dipole they gave. So length of the dipole generally we represent with 2L. 2L value they gave 2 centimeters. That is nothing but 2 into 10 power minus 2 meters. Each charge is given by 4 nanocoulombs, that is 4 into 10 power minus 9 coulombs. Dipole moment is defined as Q into 2L, that is 2 into 10 power minus 2 into 4 into 10 power minus 9. Only magnitude I am calculating. Magnitude of the dipole moment is 8 into 10 power minus 11 coulomb meter. This is the dipole moment. They gave it is making an angle 60 degrees with the uniform electric field. Theta they gave 60 degrees. Experiences a torque. Torque is given by E bar cross P bar. Torque is given by E bar cross P bar. So, the magnitude of torque is given by R. It is given by P bar cross E bar. Whatever is, if I take only magnitude, PE sin theta. PE sin theta. Just now we calculated P value. Electric field strength is not provided to us, torque is provided to us. So the torque value is 8 root 3 PE sin 60. Sin 60 is root 3 by 2. So PE becomes root 3 gets cancelled, 16. PE becomes 16. Now we require potential energy of the dipole. Potential energy of the dipole is nothing but minus P bar dot E bar minus why minus it is the two charges are having one have positive charge, another one have negative charge. They will attract each other. So the attraction energy is represented with a negative sign. So minus PE cos theta. So that is PE value we calculated as 16 cos 60. Cos 60 is 1 by 2, so minus 8 joules. Minus 8 joules is the answer for this question. Very, very simple. And if suppose they ask you to calculate the electric field strength, the strength of electric field is given by 16 by P value. P value you got it as 8 into 10 power minus 11, that is 2 into 10 power 11. This is the strength of electric field. So Newton per coulomb are the units. Very, very simple question. One more question. This is CBSE 2018 question. When a 5 volts potential difference is applied, when a 5 volts potential difference is applied across a wire of length 0.1 meters, the drift speed of electrons is the drift speed of electrons is 2.5 into 10 power minus 4 meters per second. The electron density in the wire is the electron density in the wire is 8 into 10 power 28 meter cube. Calculate the resistivity of the material of wire. This is the question. If you learn the concept of drift velocity and relaxation time, this problem is quite simple. So as per the question, the data given to us is voltage or potential difference is V is equal to 5 volts. Applied across a wire of length 0.1 meters, speed of electron, okay, nothing but drift speed of electron is 2.5 into 10 power minus 4 meter per second. Electron density in the wire, that means number of electrons available in unit volume. Electron density rho is 8 into 10 power 28 per meter cube. Calculate the resistivity of the material of the wire. Resistivity or specific resistance we need to calculate. Let me take the density as sigma, resistivity as rho. Resistivity of the material is question mark. So the general formula known to us is E is equal to rho J. E is the electric field strength, rho is the resistivity, J is the current density, or rho is equal to E by J. Okay. Now you know the drift velocity formula, Vd is equal to J by Ne, or J means I by A, I by A Ne, I by A Ne. Electron density is the number of charge carriers available per unit volume. In some books with sigma they are representing, in some books they are representing with N. Better you go with N. And also electric field strength is given by E is equal to V by D, general formula, or V by L is the general formula. So if I substitute the value of J from here, you can write J is equal to Vd Ne. From here you can write E is equal to V by L. So resistivity is given by, in the place of V, E I can write V by L, in the place of J I can write Vd Ne. E means charge on each carrier, 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. Now V value, drift speed is Vd. V means potential. Potential they gave it as 5. Length of the conductor 0.1. Drift speed 2.5 into 10 power minus 4. VD NE, N means number of charge carriers, 8 into 10 power 28, 1.6 into 10 power minus 90. This is all in denominator. On simplification of this, you will get 1.56 into 10 power minus 5 ohm meter. 1.56 into 10 power minus 5 ohm meter as answer for this question. Very simple question. You revise the concept of drift velocity, current density, Ohm's law in vector form. This is Ohm's law in vector form. Or you can write it as E bar is equal to rho J bar, or you can write J bar is equal to 1 by rho sigma E bar. Sigma is conductivity. This sigma is different, that sigma is different. So I can write it as sigma dash. So that is Ohm's laws in vector form. Ohm's law in vector form. So very important question and very easy question.